Hey, welcome back everybody to another morning workout talk. Today's Monday. Headed to the gym. It's 4:30 a.m. in the morning. About 70 degrees out here. The high today, where I'm at here in good old Houston, Texas. High is gonna be like 81, 82. No sunlight at all. I've been noticing something that when I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but I've been noticing it, that when I come outside, there seems to be this like outside smell that comes on me, like, but I don't have to be out long. That's the part that's so alarming. And when I'm doing my research and hearing things about these weather modification systems and these weather intervention systems, and if you don't understand what I mean by weather modification systems or weather intervention systems, what I mean by that is, well, an example of that would be the aerosol spraying programs. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you oftentimes look up in the sky, you will see, jet engines spraying chemicals in the sky. And you'll see weird cloud formations in the sky. It's a proven, tests have been done to see what kind of water, in terms of the rain, to test the water in the rain. The rain is filled with all sorts of toxic chemicals, and that's an indicator that there's all this toxic filth in the air. So the rain simply indicts anyone who's against the so-called conspiracy theory of geoengineering, or aka chemtrails. What I'm saying all that to say this is because it has to be getting worse. Maybe when I was younger I didn't pay attention to it, but even when I'm in the house, let's say I step outside just to throw out garbage, because we have our big like trash can, our big garbage container outside. If I just go out there just to dump the trash and come back in a matter of like maybe 5 seconds, and I'm being very conservative by saying 5 seconds, sometimes it's probably even shorter than that, really. I'm actually pushing it, and I'm like, why do I smell like that? I'm like, what's that smell? It smells like sulfur, ammonia. It's just a weird smell. And I remember, even when a couple of years back, or even now, sometimes when my kids go outside, they come back in the house and they have the quote unquote outside smell. And as a thinker that I am, I start to think, like, what the hell is an outside smell? Why do you even have an outside smell? You guys know what I'm talking about. It's that smell that smells like someone's been outside. And I can't really pinpoint it. It's not a specific smell that I can link it to give you guys some sort of, I don't know, some sort of an indication of how it smells. But you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's an outside smell. And I'm like, man, it doesn't smell good, definitely. But it doesn't smell bad. It's just an outside smell. Someone has been outside. Well, that's happening because of the filth that we are breathing in. And I truly believe that that's the core component. That's one of the quintessential components of why people get sick, or why people are showing symptoms of cleansing when they're sneezing, runny nose, allergic reactions. It's not viruses in the air, folks. And if you want to call it a virus in the air, I guess it's okay to call it a virus in the air, because it's in the air, definitely, but it's not because of other people sneezing. It's because of the things that they're putting upon us. That's one factor. Then you have to factor in the foods that we eat that are filled with carcinogens, filled with toxins, foods that cause diabetes, type 1, type 2, doesn't matter. Things that suppress your insulin. I mean, it's all in our environment. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to see, that everything that happens to us is all in our environment. And environmental factors plays a key role in how your body responds to your ecosystem, to your current ecosystem. You know, every processed meat that you eat is laced with carcinogens. Every processed meat. Just like everybody now today knows that, everyone knows for a fact that, you know, smoking cigarettes or, you know, tobacco is not good for you, right? They even put a warning symbol on it, but yet they still sell it, of course, because everything's all about profit. And we know that for sure. That's a no-brainer. But it's also a no-brainer that processed meats cause cancer. And here, I don't know, man. I have to kind of hold myself off of getting angry. And then you see commercials, and I'm like, who do these people think we are? Like, this is a deliberate and intentional insult to our intelligence. They have all of these commercials talking about cure for cancer, cure for this, do that, raise money for that, raise money for this, we gotta cure cancer. How can you cure something that you are injecting into the society? In other words, if you're injecting processed meats into the mass of society as an industrial product, something that's mass produced, you know, you go to any grocery store, you're gonna see a slew of processed meats, packaged meats that, you know, that are already cold cut sliced. That's what I mean by processed meats. All right, and then you're sitting there saying that, oh, you want to raise money to cure cancer, and people. I mean, many people are waking up, but the fact that there's still people out there that think that, hey, you know, somehow, some way, they're really trying to find a cure for cancer. They're really trying to figure this out. They've already figured it out. They figured out that most of you guys are dumbasses. Excuse my language. They figured out that most of you guys are dumbasses, and they're saying to themselves, like, okay, well, if these dumbasses don't realize that we're actually giving them the cancer, we're just going to keep making them think that we're here to cure the cancer. But in actuality, we're never going to cure it. We're just raising billions and millions of dollars, just taking their money and using it to fund other nefarious agendas that's to their own detriment. But these guys are so dumb. We'll just keep making these commercials to make it seem like cancer is something that just comes out of the air, that it's something that just magically happens to people, that it doesn't have a causation, it doesn't have a link to the lifestyle and the dietary standards that we have here in this country. We're gonna just act like that it's hereditary, it's genetic. Guys are idiots, man. They're giving you the damn disease, but then telling you that they're trying to cure it while they're continually giving it to you. So there's never gonna be a damn cure. The cure is in the foods. Food is the medicine. Medicine is the food. Or the opposite could be true. Medicine could be the cause of your ailment. Okay? So foods kill, foods heal. You pick and choose which one you want to put inside your mouth. It goes beyond trying to lose weight and look good. That's just a symptom of actually doing the right thing. I don't give a damn if you don't want to lose weight. It's not even about losing weight. Losing weight is just it's an ancillary result. It's a secondary. It's perhaps a tertiary. Like, no one cares about that part. How about caring about living? How about your life? How about turning back your biological age? All right. You say, how can you turn back your biological age? Well, you have a chronological age that you are. So let's say if you were born in a certain year and you're like, I don't know, let's say you're 30 years old. All right. That's your chronological age. But if you take care of yourself, your biological age may be 26, maybe 25. You can reverse it. That's how people live longer. Or that's how people don't live longer. By eating bad, by eating foods that kill, they have a shorter lifespan. It's the foods, folks. It's the foods. Cure for cancer, my ass. They're giving it to you. Then, oh, well, let's cure it. How about you stop giving us the cause of it? then it's cured. But they don't want that. You guys know this. You guys are smart enough to understand that this is a profit. It's a profit making industry. It's about profit. But that's just the surface. It's deeper than that. It's all. I've always told people this, even going back to the shots. I'll just say shots. All right, and going back to certain nefarious medical mandates and practices that some of you guys swear by. It's all a depopulation tactic. I tell people all the time, like, why would anybody do something that's going to kill 7 million people at once? That doesn't make any sense. We're not going to kill you all at once. We're just going to make sure that your lifespans are shorter. And then maybe about a decade or two, when people start dropping like flies, then at least we have enough people to, you know, to put people in body bags, and throw them down in a hole. We need somebody to pick up the bodies. You can't have everybody dying at once. That's called a strategic plan. All right? A strategic plan to slowly eliminate people off the face of the earth. The same people that give you the processed foods, the FDA, your local health authority, the WHO, World Health Organization, the Food and Drug Administration, all these local health authorities, LHA, all of these people, they're all in cahoots with each other. I mean, how can you legalize food that kills people, but yet force people to go get a medical procedure saying it's going to heal them, that it's safe and effective? Like, how does that make sense? If one part of it is corrupt, then the whole damn thing is corrupt. You can't pick and choose what's convenient for you. But most people who are dominated by the emotion of fear, they can't really think logically. That's why I don't like people who live like that. Oh, we gotta do this. Oh, we gotta do this. They said, the news said, you gotta do this. You gotta wear a mask. You gotta do that. Oh, this is gonna come get you. We're always in that cipher of fear. It doesn't lead to anything but incompetence and lack of judgment, lack of discernment. If that was the case, any people who don't get those medical processes, then they'll be dead. You got to understand, like, there's let me put it to you, let me be as blunt as I can. The world which you live in, especially in America, their job is to kill you. It's a death cult. Their job is to destroy you. It's a death cult. Their job is to stress you the hell out. It's a death cult. You know, so how does stress lead to death? Well, stress is a silent killer, number one, but stress also causes chemical imbalances in your body. And stress also doesn't allow you to do the things that are good for you. You say, what do you mean? Well, if you're stressed, you're always going to look for the easiest thing to do. So when you're coming home after a stressful day at work or a stressful ride in traffic, you're not thinking about going home to actually prepare and cook your meal. Hell no. What are you going to do? You're going to stop at Jack in the Box. You're going to stop at McDonald's. You're going to stop at Chick-fil-A. That many of you guys are emotional eaters because you're stressed, and then these foods that you eat have addictive chemicals in them. You want to feel good. It's foods that are emotional foods. I call them emotional foods because they swing the pendulum of your emotions. From if you're feeling kind of groggy and stressed, once you put that food in your mouth, you're like, oh. It's like a high. It's like almost like you're having a food orgasm. All right, that's what we've become, but it's all by design. We are the experiment. We are the lab rats. All right. I think I was listening to a guy named, it was an interview that I was listening to, Michael. I think his name is Michael Sala. I think that's his name. And I swear the guy was, and I know many of you guys probably laugh and scoff at the idea of extraterrestrials and all that stuff, but whether you, even people who believe in the Bible, if you believe in the Nephilim, if you believe in giants, if you believe in the Anunnaki, all those are extraterrestrial beings. There's no way that you can talk about our human history without the involvement of extraterrestrials or even interdimensional beings or extraterrestrials that look humanoid. They look just like you and I, but you can't tell that they are extraterrestrials because they don't come from this planet. They are not indigenous to this planet. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because we are the experiment. You have certain sentient beings, extraterrestrial beings that feed off of our energy and off of our low vibrational frequencies. You say, what do you mean by low vibrational frequency? Well, I'll tell you what I mean. Being scared all the time, being nervous all the time, living in a state of panic, living in a state of angst, all right? Always worrying, especially people who are worrying about paying their bills and where they're going to get their next meal from. Stress, anger, envy, all of those are low vibrational frequencies, and these extraterrestrials, they feed off of our energy. We feed off of food that's dead, which is actually like the lowest state of existence. Like, we eat things that are dead to get sustenance. Higher dimensional beings, or beings that come from another planet, a lot of them don't eat like food like we eat. They eat energy. They harvest energy. Their thing is about consuming energy. You say energy, yeah, not energy like I'm strong, I'm lifting weights. No, the energy that you emit through your emotions. Energy and motion, that's where you get the term emotion from. So that's why it's fair for the controllers to always put us in a state of panic. Another world war, or the banking systems, or they talk about inflation, raising prices on things, all those things are things to move the meter, to stress the average man out. Now, of course, the rich elite people, they could care less. They're not impacted by the struggles of the modern man, because whatever happens, they have the money to take care of everything. They're the ones that have multiple vacation homes, they have yachts, they have nice cars, they have mansions. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the common man. That's why we are in the laboratory. And the experience that we are in, based upon the prefixed ecosystem that they have us being governed by, it's made in a way to elicit those type of emotional responses. So it's made for you to be sad. It's made for you to be anxious. It's made for you to be overweight and obese. All those things are done intentionally. All right? All those things are done intentionally. So you have to be very mindful of that. You have to be very mindful of that. So that's why you have to go against the grain and do things that are contrary to what's deemed to be normal. All right? There's nothing more important than what you put inside your mouth. There's nothing more important than what you do with your daily day. With your daily day. Day-to-day practices. Daily day. All right? And don't compare yourself to anybody else. Just compare yourself to yourself. Try to be better than you were the next day. Always strive to be better. I don't care if it's 1 centimeter better. Just try to be better. And even if you're not better, even if you know deep in your heart that you didn't do better, at least your mind is set at least you have a mindset that's in that zone of trying to improve every day. And eventually your cellular functions and your cellular mechanisms, they just start to do it for you. It starts to control you. Your cells start to control you. You start to do better every day because you want to do better every day. How you think is how you are. What you say is what you are. Your cells receive that. Your cells have memory. Every organ in your body has a brain, not just a brain up here. Your heart has a brain. Your intestines have a brain. Your heart has a brain. All right? So, okay, man, thank you guys for listening. It's about almost 20 minutes. It's about 4:50 right now, 4:49-ish. And I'm going to start getting my bags ready, getting my mind right to get in this gym, battle ropes, HIIT workout, probably do some little bit of upper body stuff. I don't know. I get in there and just create stuff to do, but I make sure that I keep my body moving and I have some sort of resistance in my workout. All right. Thank you guys for listening. And remember, there's a cure for cancer. You are the cure for cancer. Stop eating processed meats. Stop eating processed foods. If you read the label and the ingredients on something, the less ingredients, the better. If it has a bunch of ingredients, just stay away from it. All right. Thank you guys for listening.